Good morning. Thank you for joining me this morning. We'll just be spending mornings for a while now going through the Psalms, the book of Psalms, and we'll always have the same format, and it starts with me just reading a psalm to you. So I'm here with my dad, Dr. Pepper, and we'll just engage together in this psalm this morning. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Not so the wicked. They are like the chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to destruction. As far as the context and the dating of this psalm, we don't actually know when it was written. But if you saw the overview video, which I recommend that we showed yesterday morning, you'll know that this is possibly the prologue to the entire book. So the Psalms are arranged in 5 different books. It's a book of Psalms that were put together with some specific purposes. And they were collected from hymns, so to speak, that the choirs used to sing, but they were put together with kind of a central purpose. And this may be the prologue, so it may be speaking of the entire book. So the dating, we don't know. It's probably not written by David. Most of the Psalms in these first group of Psalms, this first book of 5 books, will be written by David. This one's not. It may have been collected in the time of Hezekiah. We know Hezekiah collected some more Psalms, and it may have been collected in the time of Ezra. It's possible that Ezra or someone around Ezra's time is the person who started putting the book of Psalms together in the order they're in. So anytime in there over 1,000 years, the Psalm 1 could have been written. What stands out to me in this psalm, there's something really, for me, this psalm, what stands out is that it looks at first, if you read this as a psalm that's about what you should do, that's fine, but I actually think this is a much more beautiful and, to me, engaging psalm if you realize it's not about what you should do, it's just sort of a statement of fact. And it says, blessed is the man. And that can be read as happy. Happy is the person. Happy is the person who doesn't stand in the step with the wicked or in the seat of the mockers or the company of the mockers. He isn't with them. He's happier for not doing that. And happy is the man whose delight is in the law of the Lord. On his law he meditates day and night. So I used to read this as, if you meditate on his law day and night, you will delight in it. I'm not actually sure that's true. Maybe it is, but I'm not sure it is. But I like it much better the other way, that he says the person who delights in the law of the Lord, well, of course he's going to meditate on it day and night. That's what's on his heart. What do you think about day and night? It's the thing that's on your heart. So I love to read this psalm, to go back, if you read it, not as what you should do, but as a description of a kind of person you can be, and the benefits of being that kind of person, of someone who delights in the law of the Lord, prospers. I love that picture, seeing it that way. It gives me an aspiration that I really want to be part of. I don't just want to do the law of the Lord, just read it. I want to delight in it, really delight in it. And when I have glimpses of that, and occasionally I do, I get this, it resonates. So that's what stands out to me. So here's the questions for you to ponder this morning. How do you become that person? How do we be someone that delights in the law of the Lord? Is the meditating on it day and night, is that the cause and the effect is delighting on it? Or is it the other way around, that we delight in it, then we meditate on it? If that's the case, how do we become that? How do we aspire to be someone who delights in the law of the Lord? So I want you to think about that. What is it? Because I don't know that I know the answer. I'd love to see your comments below. I do wonder, and you can add this to your pondering, does this have something to do with the reason this is the prologue to Psalms? Is it that the book of Psalms is somehow supposed to help us become that person? Is it that as we learn to pray like the psalmists pray, with their full expression, does that somehow help us delight in the law of the Lord? I think there might be something there, but again, your comments are in there. I'd love to hear them. And then my last question is just what stands out to you. I've told you what stands out to me in this psalm, but what stands out to you? Let's see it in the comments. So feel free to post them, and I will read them later and engage with them, and hopefully others in the church will too. And so that's my thoughts on Psalm 1.